Here we go.
Well, hello there, you beautiful, beautiful, wonderful people. This is video 3 of 4. That's it, 3 of 4. And it's the midweek hump. Everyone loves a midweek hump. Even the trolls. Even the trolls love a midweek hump. Don't appear, like I said in the other video, they don't appear to get one. And that's why they're so miserable. But look, I saw someone in comments yesterday.
What would you do? What would you do if you didn't have Bryan Kohberger to talk about?
Same thing that you'd probably do if you didn't have my comment section to come in and fucking whinge about every time I do a video. I'll be laying on a fucking beach somewhere. But no, I'm sitting here talking about it. And do you know why? Because I can. So fuck off. Anyway, what are we talking about? Talking about Ann Taylor. The split between Bryan Kohberger and Ann Taylor. I have images in my brain of seeing them running apart. You know, like them videos where you see people running together towards each other on the beach, that romantic thing. Well, they're running apart, according to Drunk Turkey Show. And look, I've got nothing against the Drunk Turkey Show. I don't. Maybe he knows stuff that we don't. It's possible. And what am I talking about? He done this video. Kohberger, no more Ann Taylor. No more Ann Taylor. And the title is... New attorney for Bryan Kohberger, Idaho 4. I don't know. Maybe Daniel is in communication with Steve Gonsalves, and between them they're involved in whoever's given insider information around this trial. Maybe that's the thing, and I'm jealous. I'm jealous because they're getting information that I don't have. Or are they just utilising hot topics as clickbait? Because we all do it. We all do it. I've used some sort of tactics because I know if I don't use a specific tactic, no one will fucking care about the video. But there is such a thing as not so much clickbait, but there is grey bait, and that is where you try and just modify the title or the thumbnail slightly. You're giving somebody what you're talking about, but you're doing it in a bit of a clever way. But that was flat out Kohberger, no more Ann Taylor, new attorney for Bryan Kohberger, no question mark, no fuck all, just none. So, you know, I'm just asking, Daniel, I'm just asking whether you have insider information that absolutely Ann Taylor is leaving Bryan Kohberger. Because as I can see at the moment, there is absolutely no fucking indication whatsoever, as of recording this, which is 8:56 AM UK time, which we're still in British summertime, BST, for another week or two. So yeah, 9 o'clock in the morning, and there is no indication that Ann Taylor has fucked off and left Bryan Kohberger. That they are still in my world here. They are still embracing on the beach, having ran towards each other, and Ann Taylor's lifting her left leg slightly in that seductive, you know, like in the movies. So they're still together. But look, could it be that Ann Taylor is leaving Bryan Kohberger? Could it be that this recent hearing that was to look at the status of representation, could it be possible that Ann Taylor does leave Bryan Kohberger? And what does it mean? Well, let's just say it wouldn't look good, because even if Ann Taylor, you know, she's got her own practice or whatever, private, she could take this on pro bono. If she truly wanted to, there is nothing that would force Ann Taylor to leave this case. Nothing whatsoever. So if she did leave it, it wouldn't be good, and it would make her look disingenuous. It would bring into question whether, when she's touched Bryan seductively on the shoulder and said Bryan is innocent, I would then have to question, was that all part of her, you know, just being in the courtroom? We've sort of questioned and said, well, she wouldn't say that. She wouldn't say that. If she didn't believe it, she wouldn't say it. It would bring, you know, serious anger and wrath and stuff towards her and her credibility if she was saying such a thing. And they don't need to say it, which is right. They don't need to. But she did. She chose to do that and say, same as Eliza Masseth. So yes, if they then decided to walk away, because it would be a decision that they made, it would leave some questions. definitely leaves some questions. But would it be the end of the world? It wouldn't be the end of the world, because ultimately, if Ann Taylor truly believes that Bryan Kohberger is innocent, and on the back burner, they have a lot of things that would be indicative towards proving that guilt, or indicative of innocence, if you like. Certainly not guilt. We still have the information that Cy Ray stated was missing, and could potentially, due to those missing elements, prove to be exculpatory. I don't think we've seen enough that would absolutely nail the coffin lid shut on Bryan Kohberger just yet. So maybe she has done enough to be able to pass it off to somebody else, so they could get the ball and run with it, and they would be happy. You know, at the end of the day, we don't know. We don't know. There would be, again, for me, someone who is on the fence, and, you know, I don't feel there has been enough. I do feel that it would be quite damaging if Ann Taylor was to leave. You know that if that happened, that the media are going to jump all over it. So be prepared. If it happens, the media are going to jump all over it. Steve Gonsalves will no doubt have something to say. It will be, I can imagine, I can see it already. Ann ditches Bryan. This means that Bryan is definitely guilty, because she wouldn't leave. And do you know what? Maybe there's some validity to those claims. Maybe there is. It wouldn't look good, and it could potentially have a devastating effect. The reality is, it's not the end of the world. But all we can do is wait, because again, now still 9 o'clock in the morning, and there is no news at the moment that would suggest that she is indeed leaving Bryan Kohberger. So I don't know where some of these people get their information from. I don't understand it. It's concerning and alarming, especially when these are generally people who are 100% anti-Bryan Kohberger. And to me, this is indicative of people who are anti-Bryan Kohberger, who are just trying to rile up the crowd around the case, who are still watching, still listening, to try and destabilize some of the support that perhaps exists towards Bryan at this moment in time. And I fear that Ann Taylor leaving could have devastating repercussions to the situation, despite, it's not the end of the world. Or is it? You tell me. Let me know down below. If she leaves, what does it mean? I'll catch you all live later.